why am I in front of it? It's because, hey, Phil Sterling here. I'm right outside of a Mazda dealership. You can see it right over there, World Car Mazda, with a lot of cars right behind me. Now, why am I in front of a dealership? They actually have nothing to do with the story, but it's all about all sorts of dealerships in the country and all about tariffs and how they affect the industry inside the United States. For example, a lot of these cars are made outside of the United States, but some of them are made inside the United States. Even foreign companies like Mazda and Kia, companies like that, do produce cars in the United States. Now, I spoke to a UTSA professor and a UIW professor. They told me a few interesting things about how the tariffs could affect industry in the United States. The UIW professor told me that the nature of the tariffs make it a little bit uncertain when it comes to companies investing in industry in the United States. He says it could be a major boost to United States workers and industry, but because they're put in place by an executive order, and because it's not quite sure how high some tariffs will be as they get postponed or they get raised, as for example with China, it makes it uncertain for companies to invest billions or millions of dollars in building a factory in the United States if those tariffs could just be taken away in 4 years. Then there's another interesting thing that the UTSA professor told me, which is more of a balancing act, because even if you do build factories in the United States, because of inflation, it may be hard to employ workers at a higher rate of pay because they'll have to be paying for rent and food and all these other things. So they might not be able to employ as many as they want. But on the other hand, if those higher paid jobs, if there's a lot of those higher paid jobs, they could offset the inflation. So really, it's a balancing act. Well, I'll have more for you at 10.